Alright guys, we're on the bus. We're on our way to the plane. We found Corey. We got Dwayne still. We haven't lost Dwayne. And I'm gonna get in trouble with the camera, so. Alright, we are gonna get ready to get out of here. I'm in the back of the house here. This is where we have all of the aquariums, all of the quarantine tanks. It's a really large room here. There's tanks that go all the way around the outside of this room. We're probably gonna stick to most of these tanks right here to start with for quarantining. So we're gonna go out for 2 days. We'll collect what we really want to bring back. We'll bring it back here and it will stay quarantined here until it's bagged and we can ship it out to the United States eventually. This is a lot. This reminds me very much of Mexico, of Central America from my youth. Just the smells. Or it reminds me of home, the Virgin Islands. You got the roosters all day long and all night long in the background, and the local music going all night. I feel like there's less mosquitoes here than there is at home, so can't complain about that either. So we're gonna finish packing up the truck and we're gonna load up the van, not truck, and we're gonna make our way on a nice little 2-day adventure. And we're gonna go up into the mountains, up to about 15,000 feet, and see what we can find. I'm taking the GoPro with me, underwater housing for this guy, just in case I need it, a dry bag, and all my batteries, and all my SD cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and get with the other guys, finish up my coffee. We're gonna roll out of here.
Well, as long as I'm well fed, she's in mind, pampered. I don't think we have seatbelts for you.
I'm half awake. I'm sleeping in the back. We just stopped for a minute to get a little snack. I see that the World Cup is playing here behind us.
France won.
France won. It was playing. Well, there we go. Good thing.
I don't want that much. I want like half.
Vanilla cake. And I'm gonna have something really bad. I'm gonna have a Volt. Want a Volt? Volt.
Bowl, you want the bowl?
See? I like the Volt, yeah. Alright, enough messing around. I got myself some chicharrones, but we need to get back on the road if we're gonna make it up into the mountains. So, back into the van.
Across the bridge, and then we're gonna start climbing up. Next to the bridge is the old highway bridge.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
And we just ran out of gas, so start pushing.
We're getting wet. Just tromping around through the water. Kind of have to. Trying to catch up with the with the master breeders.
There you go.
There's a leaf.
Yeah, put that in your aquarium. Look at it, it's the size of it, look at this. Wait, I need you as comparison for this leaf. Here we go. Here, take that leaf. That's massive. I don't know if that's a, it's not a teak tree, I don't know what that is.
It's a feather in my cap.
There you go. Oh, look at all the color. Just the color of all the veins. Awesome waterfall shot, perfect photo op, lots of pictures, a lot more pictures than film right now, that's for sure. And not many fish, but it's just beautiful. There's all kinds of hardscape that we all want to put into our pockets, and pieces of rock and algae and ferns for a paludarium. Pretty sick. So now we're going to try to make our way back without dropping our cameras in the water. It's definitely a lot cooler out. I'm actually enjoying that. It's a nice change from the Caribbean. But definitely as we're getting up into the mountains, up into the cloud forest, it's definitely cooling off. Definitely cooling off. It's gonna make getting in the rivers kind of cold. It'll warm up during the day though, as the sun comes out. But it's quite early still. I still want my coffee. We're all just off on our own pretty much, just wandering around, checking stuff out. I'm gonna take a look at these ground orchids. These are pretty cool. Cool little ground orchid. And cool, they're beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful flower. Here's some other little white ground orchids. Those are beautiful. I'm gonna have to get some pictures of those. Where's the coffee?
Close.
The coffee's close. The beans are close. We gotta roast them ourselves though still, don't we? Alright, we're stopping in a little spot.
No coffee.
For coffee. I'm having coffee. It's time for coffee. Coffee, some egg sandwiches, maybe some sopa de pollo, some chicken soup, and then we're gonna go look for some freshwater sponges in the water and start collecting some fish. Okay, we're tromping around in the woods after our coffee, and we're looking for some freshwater sponges. They're all through this little creek. This little creek that makes its way down to the major waterway. You can hear the waterfalls in the background. That's them right there.
Esta.
No, esta.
¿Esta go?
No, esta.
Oh, yeah.
Some freshwater sponges. See that? They kind of have like a pinkish purple.
Yeah.
Some color to them. And they wouldn't even survive without this flow, huh? It's kind of what they need. Is this constant flow of stuff flowing past. So that's pretty cool. And we're gonna load back up. And into the van and drive a little farther up in the hills here and put on our rubber boots and go collect some fish.
That is pretty down there.
Okay, we're in another spot. Putting on my wet socks from yesterday.
I'm just gonna work with people, so
Some
you don't have
muddy
to
boots.
all 6 nets.
Oh, we're not taking all 6?
No, I'll just be bucket boy.
You're not gonna catch?
I'm gonna be bucket boy. I'll come and get all your fish
Get it.
for you. When you scream in joy for what you see.
It's a struggle with the wet socks, yeah.
I'm going without socks.
Oh, well you're not wearing
Yeah,
Rubber
I have
boots.
the big boots.
these actually have some padding kind of.
What's that?
And then the boots kind of have some padding.
Peace out, man. Go to the camera. The river's that way, and that's some guy that we found on the road.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the green. Here.
Now, dude, let's do that again.
See that on camera. See that?
Yeah.
Green and
Nice.
citrus.
Nice.
And here, and here.
Camouflaging in.
There's the small ones right there.
These guys?
You're right, see
We've
the
been here for
white
an
stripes
hour.
on it?
This average
Look at
trip
that.
collected with like 6 people in an hour. Takes quite a bit.
Look at the white stripes on that.
It does look cool.
I know, I like those are nice. Kind of reminds me of a,
Who knows if you can spawn them?
Bumblebee,
yeah.
bumblebee cat.
It does look like a bumblebee cat.
Nice color.
You want your tetras?
Yes, please.
That's a pretty one.
And look at, he's definitely a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the bristles.
Look at underneath the water there.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Look
They're
at all.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Odontals galore.
And at the ends of the odontals, he has
He's ready.
separations coming out. See how he has like antennae in the end of 2 or 3
It splits off.
Split.
And
at the end. Looks like
people
2.
that have them in fish tanks and they're all beat up because they don't put them in the right substrate or they're all jacked
Plus,
up.
they net them in the store and they break them off.
Okay, we're in another spot. I think we're all getting a little bit tired, but I think we're all still looking to find fish. I'm ready.
just so happy to be alive.
Yeah. Dwayne's happy to be alive. We're happy he's alive as well. I'm having a piece.
Biggest flights on the planet.
Huh?
The biggest flights on the planet.
No, it's not. The piece I'm giving to Joseph is bigger.
No, there we go.
I don't know.
Boom.
Where's it gone? You're gonna need the bathroom.
We're in another spot, and now we're looking for Weissmanni, Corridora. Whole bunch of them, right? Like
Hundreds.
10 or 20, 24 of them. Hundreds, yeah.
I mean, we're eating them for dinner, so.
And dinner, right? We're gonna have
Popcorn Weissmanni.
Weissmanni soup.
I think we'll do tempura.
Tempura,
I like
oh,
popcorn.
batter them and batter fry.
But yeah, we did like.
That's a picture. That's a shot.
I'm the only one with a collecting bucket. That's how the little rice there.
Yeah, out there. Like the weeds. Alright, put the camera where it's in
Okay, we've been finding Weissmanni. So we went ahead and got a seine net, and we're gonna put a seine net in this little waterway, and they've already got the seine net kind of rigged up a little bit, but we're gonna kind of scare some of these Weissmanni into this net. I see him on the rock there. Oh, we've got the 2 more. He's got another bucket with him.
Yeah.
So what is that all together? 8? That's not bad. And then the 2 other from the other location. It's like 10.
Because I'm going to sort them and someone's going to walk the rest back down there.
Does it really bite?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Try it.
No, I'm okay. I don't need...
What are you scared of?
It's a little
Is that camera running?
Yes.
He's scared of getting bit by a 2-inch wolffish.
It sounds good.
Okay, these are going back then.
It's just
Now you're going to have to carry the wolffish in your hand all the way down.
All the way, yeah. Okay. I'm heading back down to the water with the fish that nobody wants. Got to return them to the water, which is fun. But it's my turn. I haven't had to do it yet. So it's like taking out the garbage, but it's not exactly garbage. So it's not a bad walk through the jungle though. Can't complain about that. This is truly a beautiful place. I have to say I'm falling in love with Peru. I've been going over in my head the price of real estate here, the price of land per hectare is pretty cheap. So I'm back at the water. Made it back to the water. We got an ancistrus, wolffish, and I think there's a crayfish in there as well. It ended up in a net. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these fish go back into the water. Let them go about their business and do their thing. The ancistrus never want to get out of the bucket. They're always stuck to the bottom of the bucket. Kind of got to force them out. There you go. See you later, buddy. Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this content. I'm having a ball out here in Peru. I say if you ever get a chance to come out here in Peru, down here to Peru and do something like this, just to come down here and visit and see the culture and the people and smell this fresh air, it's definitely worth it. But thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all of you out there that subscribe to my content, that like my content, share it. It means so much to me. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.